Basically, we overhauled a lot of the arcs of the show, a lot of the pieces, a lot of the sub pieces, a lot of the characters, a lot of the plots, a lot of mechanics, the whole damn show. We rewrote the show. We rewrote the show. We rewrote 70% of the show. And everyone comes back. And you get the 3 for All production challenge.
The what?
You get an obstacle course.
So this is Act 2?
Yes, this is now, beginning of Act 2 is commercial break 1. After the commercial break ends, you move into the next elimination challenge. This is more, in a lot of ways, is the same as it has always been. It is an obstacle course. It's made up of 3 distinct obstacles. They have to run through them, and at the end, someone dies in a ball pit. The context of this has changed. It's not just business themed anymore. It is specifically movie production themed, but without getting into any of like the actors and cameras stuff. It's all either very abstracted or it's about the business of movies.
It's like financing. Like, how do you finance a movie?
Yeah, like the first one is very much.
It's just a joke and not at all accurate as how that works.
Yeah, the very first one is literally. It's you do, I think it's creative accounting, or something like that.
Yeah, you're finding the money.
Yeah, you're finding a bunch of money and putting it in a bucket.
It's still called finding the money in the doc. Is it called creative accounting now?
I can't remember. Oh no, it's called finding the money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sitting here scrolling, like trying to find where did I put it. Yeah, you find the money to make the movie. You put a bunch of stuff in a bucket.
Is that everybody goes and looks for money, or is that just one person?
In one room, it is the accounting room, which contains a bunch of high-value money objects, like gold bullion and stuff like that. Banker's boxes, and it's got, accounting supplies, etc., etc. The 3 contestants, because another one has been eliminated now, go in there. They have to do a big, like, dumb marathon, decathlon sprint race to the first one, and then stop for the last one to catch up. That last one will be...
Are colleagues helping?
Yeah, during this phase, colleagues can help both with the marathon mechanics, which I'll get into in a second, and with finding the money. They're free to help. Like, I will put it in my favorite guy's bucket. That's how they help.
Okay.
During the second obstacle is make the movie, which is a combination of Iron Chef and Great British Bake Off rules.
This replaces the Dickensian orphan, right?
Yeah, no more Dickensian orphans, unfortunately.
Biggest loss, really.
Biggest loss since the Minotaur.
What's this called again now?
This is called Make the Movie.
Okay.
Wherein
It's a cooking competition.
It's a cook-off.
Yeah.
It's a cook-off. The contestants are told, you need to make the movie now. Here are your movie ingredients. And they unveil a bunch of, like, action figures and stuffed objects and things that kind of sort of abstractly represent elements that could go in your movie. And oh no, I'm sorry, that was an old version. It's actually now, it says, all the ingredients you need to make your movie are the items that were part of the pitch-off. So the random shoes and stuff they used for the Mad Lib stuff have to be fetched by the audience, brought back into this space, and given to their contestants of choice, which they put into a big mixing bowl and rapidly stir and pretend that this is very, I'm adding just a pinch of action, drops in a whole, Arnold Schwarzenegger action figure. Keeps whisking. At the end, halfway through this, Luxos introduces the secret studio mandated ingredient, pelicans. Pelicans are added to the mix, and then they pour their big stupid bowl, or they put their big stupid bowl in what is basically an easy bake oven for 10 seconds. It dings, and they pull out. You remember the VHSs that had names on them from before?
Yeah.
Now they also have covers with lots of pelicans on them. They made the movie. Hooray. Now, however, they must go to the third part of this. Bring it to market. Where they go into a room, they see a bunch of stuff on shelves, and are told, you must do the most dangerous and most difficult part of production, distribution. You must bring your product to market. You have to bring a bunch of merch, so like lunch boxes and action figures and such. You have to bring your marketing supplies, which is like your posters and such. And finally, you must actually release the movie. And they unveil that to represent all of the trials and tribulations of all the things that could go wrong while going through distribution, here is a ball pit. You must run through the ball pit 3 times in order to bring all of the things to market. It looks, of course, tells you this is the most dangerous and most difficult thing you can ever possibly face as a movie company. And they're set free to go run through the ball pit. They have to take their objects, put them in a big dumb bag. They haul the big dumb bag across the ball pit, dump the big dumb bag in a bucket at the end. Say, you did it, you released the stuff. They have to do this multiple times. Each time, more balls are dropped into the ball pit with Luxo saying, "Oh no, it's critics! Dodge them!" Balls. "Oh no, someone leaked your movie! Spoilers!" Balls. So this happens, and 2 of the contestants do this just fine. I mean, in the sense that they do have to run back and forth through a ball pit like idiots, but
They're not literally running when we say running, but maybe they are.
They're moving with
They're moving at
assumed
speed.
haste. Yeah. Scampering is a good way to say it.
So we got 3 contestants moving back and forth.
No, you have 2 contestants moving
One of
back
them is
and
really
forth.
struggling.
Oh, I thought it was 3.
Well, one of them is strapped, tethered
they're
to a
tethered.
One
filing
was tethered
cabinet.
to the filing cabinet.
Uh-huh. They're not going back and forth. They're having a lot of trouble just getting into the ball pit the first time. Then they're going to get halfway into the ball pit, and Luxos is going to say, "Oh no, critics, the sharks of the movie world are here. We're going to release a dumb
They're very biting.
We're going to release a dumb shark fin, which is going to go back and forth in the ball pit, and the 2 contestants who are not tethered to a filing cabinet are going to avoid the shark. The one who is tethered to a filing cabinet is going to find it difficult to avoid the shark because they're tethered to a filing cabinet. They are going to do a comical Pee Wee Herman in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie death sequence and just and be devoured by a shark inside of a ball pit. And they're going to go, no, and die, and probably do a Terminator thumbs up as they sink.
Sure.
Because we must. Then they will push, from the actor who is now dead, theoretically, is going to push a skeleton to the surface, and then will escape out a side hatch or something. I don't know, your problem.
That's our problem.
Yeah. Tunnel? Invisibility cloak? I don't know.
It's hydraulics.
Anyway, they
actor
go
vanishes
now.
magically.
Luckily, that's where the vault space is. So we just go down.
There is no vault space. There is no vault space.
We can go to the Paul Logan School of Stunt Work and tie them to a rope over a branch to a car and drive the car really fast.
Oh, yeah.
Pull them up.
Okay, so a guy with a filing cabinet falls into the pit, and from the pit, he throws a skeleton out. So
skeleton
everybody, oh no, the
One
sharks
of
come
many
in.
skeletons.
The sharks around him come in, devour him. He does the thumbs up, die, and then a skeleton comes up.
Now, there is one extra quirk to all this. Throughout this whole process, from the beginning, there is what we call the marathon mechanics. Let me find it. During the first leg, from the break room to the accounting room, one of the contestants is gonna get a cramp or something. Say, I need water. Someone can go get them water. If they don't get them water, then they're gonna act all cramped up for the rest of the thing until someone does get them water. During the second leg of the race, from accounting to make the movie, one of the contestants will need a hot pad or something from a medicine cabinet, or something to that effect. Same rules apply. They're going to be all cramped up unless someone gets them the thing they need. During the third leg, from making the movie to bring it to market, the filing cabinet contestant will say, "Oh, I'm so tired lugging this filing cabinet around. I need something to eat. I need and we get them a bar or a Slim. I would love a Jim. And they eat a little of it and put the rest in their back pocket to save it for later. But when Luxos reveals the ball pit, So this is very dangerous. But when Luxos reveals that there's sharks in the ball pit, Luxos will specifically point out, but it's okay. They won't bite unless you brought food into the ball pit. At which point, oh no! Nom 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 nom. Ah! Very important.
Can I ask some clarifying questions?
No. Yeah.
Okay. For the cook-off segment, they have this big bowl of stuff.
Yeah.
So they have their VHS from the previous pitch, right? And we want to do a magic trick. We put the VHS in, and it comes out different. That's the idea, right?
Yeah.
Can we do like this? Is going to be yet another set piece. But why not? So instead of they put the bowl into the Easy Bake Oven thing, we could do like a hopper. So you pour all the into the hopper,
Yeah.
and then there's a space underneath it where you put the VHS
Slot.
in. And
Oh,
then
you
another
want
one
like
comes out.
the Willy Wonka, here's how we make the everlasting gobstopper machine.
Something like
So this
that.
way you can dump
Yeah.
all the stuff into the hopper and then out.
And out comes the tape.
Because then it makes it easier for us to like not have to deal with the variable of that tape accidentally traveling somewhere else or otherwise.
How that exactly reads is whatever's easiest for you guys to build. This
Stuff goes in a thing, and new tape comes out, old tape is gone.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
The point is, we put a bunch of random crap, and somehow that turned into a movie.
Okay. And I just want to say this, ironically, for the benefit of the tape, I want to make sure I'm very clear on this. You want to have in your movie sequence an animatronic shark.
No. I want we want a shark fin. They can obviously be fake. That moves, preferably without any of the visible contestants doing anything. Yes, there could be. However, I would be fine with the goblin thinking they can't be seen turning a big crank or something, and then it just making no fucking sense. How did the clearly fake crank shark eat that person? Don't worry about it.
It's Brechtians.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God. Can it operate in like one linear line, or does it have to zigzag?
No, I don't gotta do. It just has to be
one line,
shark.
We can figure that out.
Does
I
this.
really want to do classic.
I mean, how many people really cared about the Universal Jaws ride being a wonderful family attraction?
That ride was pretty sophisticated. That ride was expensive to build.
It was expensive, sure.
Well, there's a lot of logistics that has to be worked out with the filing cabinet because it is a full-size filing cabinet.
Oh yeah, lots of logistics. It's gonna be hard. Good
The
luck.
size of the pit, the ramp, plus the exit mode that we're gonna have to figure out.
The very safe and stable magic trick.
The skeleton I think actually could probably do a pulley system, pull them up and pull
Maybe
back down.
when the skeleton comes up, it's just a barren skeleton with a slim in the stomach.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good. Good
lovely.
bit.
Or have it go up and then have it drop back down again. That's fine. There's a lot of logistics on that.
Yeah.
Is anybody going to be passing there afterwards?
Yeah.
Yes.
After that, people are free to go into the ball pit.
Which is why when we initially discussed this, it needs to be something that can be set up before show. It runs, but then relatively easily dismountable. Like you just.
Well, we're going to have to work on that.
And the last clarifying question was, does the ball pit zone start empty?
Is it empty of balls?
Yeah.
No.
No way.
Thank God. Okay.
We are adding more balls during this, but not all the balls.
Are there any other?
Yeah.
So any other oh no, it's this. Oh no, it's this. It's always just more balls.
Except for, oh no, it's critics, there's a shark.
Sure.
So does the ballpark only have 2 entrances? Is that it? It's
Yes.
just a 1-2 entrance. So
This
it's not
this
4.
setup is interesting because, at least in the conceptualization of it now, is there's a room with some shelves with stuff and some burlap sacks. Then there's a door. Then in the next room, there's the ball pit, is the whole room. Then there's a door. And in the next room in that line, so all these would be in a line, there is the final area where there's a big bucket and you dump your burlap sacks. I don't know how that plays out with how we're sizing rooms now, but that's the idea that I've been operating on.
Yeah, there should
Oh,
be,
okay, so you've been operating the burlap sacks will have to be carried through the ball
It's
pit.
basically a 3-room sequence. The middle one is the ball pit.
Hmm.
And the ball pit would not be accessible before this point.
Okay.
Okay.
Basically, one room, it's a ball pit, and it's sealed off until this point in the show.
Gotcha.
Which, I mean, you gotta have for the big reveal of, and we have a ball pit.
Yeah.
I got a couple thoughts, but that's next week. There's some fun
Sure,
stuff
yeah,
about
it's floor plan stuff, I'm sure.
So contestant dies, we do the in memoriam, that's all the same. No
Yeah, at the
changes.
end there's in memoriam.
No. I think it's something built as a set piece
Yep.
that gets manually changed.
It's part of the
very-
break room design.
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
yeah.
After Luxus introduces the concept of the Thunderdome, 2 will enter, only 1 will leave. To die and they leave out side area or out the front door, and we do some theatrical yada yada. And that's the show. Assuming that's the show without any of the other endings or built into
That's
it.
the show vanilla.
That is the vanilla show.
Yeah.